This is me pretending to be an old lady in VR.
Teaching this school for 20 years.
And this? That's me making love to a drill in VR.
That man fucks that drill. I'm putting my money on it.
And somehow, it made me more confident. I joined VRChat Improv thinking it'd just be a fun distraction, nothing serious. Turns out, it's the most powerful social training ground I've ever stumbled into. At first, I was just looking for people to talk to, a place that felt like home. But instead, I found chaos, noise, rooms full of people who already knew each other. I felt invisible.
Disappear!
And yet, I kept showing up. For 3 months straight, I dove into every workshop, every show, every chance to learn how this thing actually works. In this video, I'll show you what I found and why VR Improv might be the bold, weird thing that you didn't know you needed. Luke, what even is VR Improv? Well, don't you worry, child. I will teach you the ways. Well, first, you need to know what VRChat is. It's this wild, user-created virtual space where you can literally be anything. A Ninja Turtle, a haunted TV, a clown. But underneath the chaos, it's really just a massive social space. People come here to hang out, explore, build, and yeah, sometimes to act like complete idiots on purpose. That's where VR Improv comes in. Imagine walking into a room where everyone's making up scenes on the fly. No script, no pressure, just yes and energy in a cartoon universe. You don't need a fancy headset. If you got a laptop and Wi-Fi, you can log in right now. That's how I started, just curiosity and a keyboard. When I hop into a workshop, I'm surrounded by improv nerds who will say yes to anything, and instructors who actually guide you through it. 1 minute, you're a pirate defending your invisible gold, arr! And the next, you're a haunted microwave trying to win back your ex. Woo! It's goofy, chaotic, and completely open. But that openness, it pulled me in. Not just because it looked fun, but because I was looking for something, a reason to stick around. I didn't join improv to become a better speaker or boost my confidence. I joined because I felt stuck, tired of passive scrolling, tired of feeling like a background character in my own life, tired of training to 99 agility. That one's on me. But anyways, I stumbled into an improv workshop for the first time, and something clicked. It was chaos. People becoming exes, toddlers, weird versions of themselves, and no one cared. It made perfect sense. There was this one game, Change, where the scene could shift at any moment. I was just trying to order a drink at Starbucks when the instructor yelled, "Change!" every 2 seconds. By the end, I panicked and said, "Can I get a caramel frappalaka chocolate?" Like I was a wizard casting a caffeinated spell. I was laughing, sweating, thinking fast, and somehow for the first time in a while, I felt alive. That's when I realized being ridiculous is freeing. You stop overthinking, you stop performing, you just be. And with each done scene, I started feeling a little more comfortable in my own skin. It wasn't about being funny, it was about being present, and that was something I didn't even know I was missing. I remember the first time I actually performed in front of people, not in a casual lobby, but a real improv show. My hands were shaking. I was so scared I'd freeze or say something dumb, or just disappear into the background. But the second the scene started, something kicked in. I was there, present, focused. I wasn't thinking about who was watching or whether I was doing it right. I was just reacting, listening, building something out of nothing with my scene partner. And then I heard laughter, not polite, awkward giggles, real laughter. And I realized this is working. I'm actually doing it. After that show, I walked away feeling lighter, like all those weird, silly hours of practice had just clicked. And it wasn't about being the best or being funny. It was about trusting myself enough to take a risk and seeing it pay off. That moment changed everything because for the first time, I saw the stuff that I was learning in VR could actually show up when it mattered. After a few months of improv, something shifted. I stopped obsessing over being funny or clever. I started focusing on listening, accepting, letting the scene take me somewhere I didn't expect. And weirdly, that carried over into my real life. I found myself more open to conversations, more patient with people, more willing to say yes, even when I didn't know where things would go. Improv taught me that trusting the process, trusting myself, usually leads to something better than anything I could force. And those scenes, they stopped being just jokes. They started feeling like mini collaborations, little shared worlds where everyone's weirdness fit together. I stopped needing to prove anything. I just wanted to play. And that mindset, it's changed how I move through the world. Because once you learn how to build something from nothing with a bunch of strangers, you start believing that maybe you can build something real too. So yeah, improv in VR might be weird, but for me, it made everything a little more real. If you're feeling stuck, maybe all you need is a headset and a scene partner. So this was my first time making something like this, and honestly, I had a blast. If it made you laugh, smile, or feel even a tiny spark of I want to try that, it would mean the world to me if you could drop a like or maybe even subscribe. But yeah, that's all I have for you for today. I hope I introduced you into this lovely world, and remember to wear your seatbelts. Okay, bye.